Good morning, welcome back to our channel. Today it is almost April 1st. It's the end of March and spring is here. We are pretty deep in the dry season right now. You can see our more established systems have got a big haircut, and we are needing water. And tomorrow it's supposed to rain, and I wanted to show what one of our systems looks like from start to finish. So what you see here is we have a row, and then we have a driveway between the next row. But our intention today is to get this whole thing planted out. What we did was I tilled this. I actually did this last year, anticipating planting everything out. And then we had our heavy rains and our hurricane, and it just took me away from getting it done. So after a long winter, we are ready to plant this out. You can see one thing I did do about a month ago is plant some of my red Napier. I wanted to get it started, established to some degree. I haven't cut it back yet, and just so I can have some organic matter sooner than later. So I have a set of different fruit trees that we bought a few months ago, and got them from a wholesaler. So definitely trying to find ways to save money. Propagated and about half of what we're going to plant today from other trees and plants that we grow here on the farm. But I did a second till on this a few days ago. We added compost to the middle and raked it up. This area gets a lot of water, actually. From up here at the top, which is about 20 feet from our house, is probably the highest spot we have here on the property. And as it comes down, it's probably 2 to 3 feet difference at the end of that row. So we get a lot of water that comes down this path towards our pond, and we get a lot of water that likes to move this way. So instead of a typical bunching grass here on the edge of this one, I'm going to use sugarcane that we propagated. It can handle the wet conditions. In fact, it thrives in wet conditions. We're going to put Mombasa grass here on this side. We're using red Napier here. We're just kind of using different things in different areas for different reasons. So I just wanted to show you kind of what's going on. You can see that we have some compost already put in here, ready to support our trees. We also added an organic fertilizer and azomite. Those are the two things we added in addition to the compost. So here's the beginning, and as we work through things, we'll take more videos. Thanks. So I just want to take a quick break and show our progress. We have put in our main fruit trees. This is a white sapote, some sugar apples, and a longin, and a special fig that we've been enjoying. But I wanted to show something. We got a little extra right now. We have a good relationship with our neighbor, and she has a lot of goats, and so we are able to harvest goat manure. So this is certainly not necessary, but this is a huge added bonus, and we're just turning it under the soil just a little bit so the life can nurture it and eat on it and provide the nutrients for our trees. So this one's yet to get done, but we're going to add it all over. So here we are. We've got some of our target species that we want to grow. Eucalyptus, papayas, sugar apple. We have rainbow eucalyptus right here. We have a long way to go, but I just wanted to take a break and show you where we were. We got holes for bananas, a special kind of fig that we enjoy, and we have logs outlining it. This area gets a lot of water, and I want to fortify it. I'm creating my island of fertility. You can see we have manures and well, multiple kinds of manures. We have a little bit of old potting soil from plants that didn't make it, and just to give it a little more structure. So you can see where we're at here, and now we're kind of making this mound pretty high because this is going to have a lot of water, and we're going to do the same thing down here. Different trees. We have lychee, papayas, pineapples, mango, even a cinnamon tree in here. And yeah, it's coming together nicely. Good morning. All right, we're on day 2. And as you can see, we've added most of our plant species that we're gonna use from pots. Even a little toilet paper plant there, see how it works. Lots of bananas, some main fruit trees, and horse manure and wood chips. We have really tried to fortify this edge. We got some cleaning up to do today, but you can see the massive amount of organic matter that we've put in here. I've kind of gone crazy on this one just because I have it. You know, when I did these over here at first, I started with mushroom compost, and I used a load and tilled it in, and then I planted everything in it. I made the rows like I did here. I didn't have near as much compost, and I had to pay for it a lot. It was probably $300 a load. So since then, we've found resources in our area to build our systems out for a lot less money. You know, we're on a budget. This is really for us. This isn't necessarily for production or for other people. We'd love to share, but we're not, this isn't a business for us. So I just wanted to give you a quick peek. This area is highly fertilized with manures and mainly with manures. So you can see what we've done. There's a long way to go. Today we're supposed to get rain, and my intention is to get all our cuttings and seeds put in. So I really want to get that done before the rain comes. I'll take a nice video and show you the seeds we're going to use today. A lot of it's from our area, just harvesting seeds from plants and from our own plants, and then cuttings from cassava and moringa and other things. But I'll take you another video and show you where we're going. One of the things that we're dealing with right here is the soil is extremely compacted. I'm assuming it's because water sits on it when it rains. And even my trying to drill into these to make holes for the service species here, it really just kind of hit a wall. It was like rock almost. So adding the organic matter will help, but adding cassava will move soil. So I'm going to drill down next to our row here, and I want to get cassava in the ground because I want to actually open up the area for these fruit tree roots to move to. All right, I'm back. We are in the middle of day 2, and I just want to show you where we are. We're at a stopping point right now. Still got a ways to go, but we are ready for the rain now. So what I did was I put a bunch of cuttings in. I have moringa, I have cassava, I have mulberries, I have the salad tree, I have katuk. I have about 5 or 6 species that I planted by cutting. Moringa right here, cassava, and I offset cassava every 3 feet. So I have one here and I have one there at 3 feet, and then 1.5 feet over I have over here. And my intention with cassava is not to harvest it. The intention with that is to let the roots grow out, move that soil, and as it goes, as we go into winter, it'll rot down and give these fruit trees an area to send its roots. So we put hay up on the sides here just to protect it and hold water in, and I'm going to come back and put a row of wood chips on the edge right here. So I also got my seed bombs in, and we put, I don't know, probably 40 different species. Our main first big crop up there is corn. Down here it's going to be okra, but we put everything from pigeon pea to jack bean, watermelon, green beans, radishes, the ear pod tree, even sesbania, moringa seeds, different herbs, and even squash. So actually I had some tobacco starts as well, so I've put them in here, and they won't water right now, but I'm not gonna water it. I'm gonna let the rain do it, and I'm never gonna water this. I'm gonna let nature do what it does, and what wants to work will work. So there you go. There's also things like turmeric and taro in the middle line, the main line. I don't know how many total species we have in here with the things that are in the main. They came from pots to the seeds, but the more the better. I want as many. I did every 1.5 feet here, and every foot down there I did seed bombs. So I want as many roots in the ground as possible from as many different species of plants, just to give us different ways of working in the forest here. So all right, so here we are a few days later. I haven't uploaded my video yet, so I thought I'd get a last look at it before I did it real quick. So you see what we've done here is, I videoed where we put our grasses in the main line here, just to protect basically our fruit trees and our other target species, but mainly our seed bombs. And you can see them coming up right here. And there's multiple things coming up. I'm not sure what everything is right now, but this is a radish. This looks like a bean. And this is our tobacco that we planted starts. A little longevity spinach here for a perennial crop. But it's working. And it's working off that one rain. So this is our tobacco, and then our seed bombs coming up. So that's exciting. The seed bombs are, going to give fertility long term. You're going to have our ear pod trees and some other things in there that'll last, for many years. You have one of our vining crops. This is a long bean, a Thai long bean that tends to want to stay on the ground. It doesn't want to climb like a lot of the other ones. So in the past, I've used Mavuno cowpea, and I love that crop but the only issue is it dominates. So it would completely take over everything here, including our lower species, the things that haven't taken off yet. It would smother them out quickly. So for this purpose, in our context, in this row, we're not going to use that. But we still have all these wood chips from hurricane season, so we're using them. They're going to slowly break down and create that fungal environment these trees want, and nurture this system's health. I recognize that the way we're doing things is not necessarily syntropic agroforestry. We are planting with succession. We are planting with a purpose. Yet we're starting with so much fertility. There's a lot of things we just don't need right away. and we're able to grow these, you know, these crops like the cinnamon tree or this young mango, the tea tree. Everything here, this lychee is started off with, you know, multiple manures and wood chips and all the things that it wants long term is already here, ready to go. So this is not necessarily the way I would do it on a big scale. You know, it's kind of silly to think you could have 2 feet of wood chips on every row, or that's even your, you know, that would work for you. But we are transitioning some things. We are going to take this grass out. We're going to let it come up. You know, we need a lot of rain. We're going to let it grow, and then I'm going to till in this area, and we're going to start planting annuals in here. You see, I did till the other area. This is where our annual garden starts. A lot of our broccoli we've let go. We have onions coming up right there. And a lot of things that are ready to go in the ground. We have a lot of heat-loving plants that need to go in. But from here on, I'm going to do some different things. I'm going to do the arrowroot, which is a summer crop, which provides a lot of biomass. And I'm going to use it specifically for that purpose. And I'm not going to use these bunching grasses on the way in. I'm going to use, you know, different things. I've already planted turmeric, another actually crop that we sell, probably one of our more popular, black turmeric, that people love just because it, you know, it has a blue tint. It's highly medicinal. But, you know, we're starting with fertility. We're starting in the annual garden. And, you know, we've been working this garden for a couple years, so there is a lot of fertility here. But I just wanted to show kind of a more finished look. Everything is ready to go. We are ready for rain season here. And, you know, thankfully these seed bombs are starting to do their thing. So just wanted to show that, and we'll be updating as this continues to evolve. Thanks for watching. Much love.